football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Falcons and the Bills, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Buffalo Bills taking on the champions from the NFC, the Atlanta Falcons. The long fortnight of Super Bowl week is over, and away we go in Super Bowl 58. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
Ready.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. Room here to run. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1. Great beginning there under the bright lights of prime time.
Yeah, it takes you back to high school football on a Friday night, doesn't it? When you feel like every eye in the county is on you. In this case, every eye in prime time is on you.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st down, right back to Hall. And he's got room. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, 1st down Falcons. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 31. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. They'll run with Hall. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. They brought him in off the corner, and he gets in to drop him for a loss of 4.
So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. Koo knocks this one through the post.
3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Ready, play.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this.
3-0 is our score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll go option to the short side. He pitches it out.
Has some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 50 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. You look at this Super Bowl, the 2nd appearance for this head coach. The first one did not go as planned, as we all know, but what do you think he's learned from that first go-around?
He learned how much it hurts to lose, and that's what you hear from coaches so often. They don't remember the wins as much as they remember the losses. You can talk about the media, the scrutiny, the hoopla, but once you've had to shake a head coach's hand and jog off the field and know you have to face the media, face your fans, face your home life, knowing that you've lost the Super Bowl, that hurts big time, and you're going to do everything possible to try to prevent that from happening again.
But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Tua sets up to pass it. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin. And the Falcons are going to get the football back at their own 17. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That goes for a gain
plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Ready.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Let's go.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Right, 60. Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Ball again on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game, and I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the... And he will score! Touchdown, Falcons! Danny Gray from 6 yards away as his guys are able to extend their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Tua. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel.
Down inside the 10.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Then he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Tua Tagovailoa.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Bills are on the board here in this Super Bowl.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
And leading 10-7, well, they may just want to get this to the locker room.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this obviously about as short of a field goal as you can get. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will do it for this first half. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. These 2 teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And through one half at least, this Super Bowl has been everything it was cracked up to be. All tied. What's your key for them, Charles, in the second half?
Simplicity, partner, because in the Super Bowl, with the extra time at halftime, I think some stats get caught up in trying to design too many things. It's all tied up. They have to remember what they did to get here, put that back into play here in the second half, and I think they'll be all right.
They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Play action. Now it's Tua. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Montez Sweat providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Returnable here from the 38. It'll be a 48-yard punt, 5 there on the return.
And it will be Falcon football.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Bills are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Tua going to throw. And that'll be incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's Samuel, caught left side.
He's got room at the 30.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going, a little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bills have taken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From the 6. A dangerous return man showing it here. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive. And we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Hall on to give up the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
But they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. He's got his tight end fan. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. We are through 3/4 of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Folks, welcome back to the biggest stage in sports, the Super Bowl, and now we get down to the good stuff, the 4th and final quarter. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
2nd and goal from the 1. Now they send a man in motion right. They'll look to run with Hall. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Breece Hall taking it in from a yard out. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this Super Bowl has been as good as advertised. Probably one of the best that we've seen in recent memory. All even here in this fourth quarter. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to pass. Tua. He's got him in. Complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here's Tua. Taking a shot for Samuel. This is caught inside the 15. A big play here for Buffalo. 41 yards.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try to run it in, going option right. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here we go.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now Tua. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see a franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on what could be a pivotal 3rd and goal now in a tie ball game. Tua, fast pass outside complete. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Robbie Anderson there to make the grab. And the Bills answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. They do tack on the extra point as well, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. With the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
They'll look to throw.
This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
That's complete left side to Gray.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 2, 1st down marker at the 5-yard line. Ball again on 2nd down.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Now still down 1. Here's an utterly critical extra point attempt here. And it is good. There were about 70,000 people about to turn blue from holding their breaths. But it's good, and this Super Bowl is tied. Nothing separating these two sides. 24-all our score as he sends this one away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe call is to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Tua to throw.
That's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Tua. Finding Samuel.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Tagovailoa. Here we go. This to avoid overtime. And incomplete on the deep ball. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
Well, the Falcons have to be thinking, here we go again. But this time they'll get the ball first here in overtime as this Super Bowl is back underway. Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, CD certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they score first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football. People hated that. Now if the game reaches OT, every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
A 3 and out could really hurt here in this opening drive of overtime. Big third down coming. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A nice start for them here to overtime, and maybe the plan here is don't do anything too crazy. Don't try for some big play, Charles. Just move the chains, put the pressure on the defense.
Well, these early first downs are certainly nice confidence builders as they begin overtime because even though you've just played 4 quarters, the feeling's entirely different when you take the field in OT because you just want to settle in, as you suggested, keep the ball moving, and rely on your opponent to make that first big mistake.
114 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. All again on 2nd down. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of the play calling, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone, all right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. Here's Hall again. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. They've had some success here in overtime of this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? Third level run. First level being the D-line and linebacker. Second level in the secondary, the third. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
Straight ahead is Hall.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch out now. 52. Hey, no steal.
A handoff for Hall.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Things now, Charles, looking pretty good here. A great opportunity to try to cash in for 6 on the opening possession of overtime.
And what I'm liking, Brandon, is what I see down on the sidelines. I see a defense huddled up and ready to go, already preparing for their opportunity to go on the field and close out this game.
They'll run with Hall.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
It's a touchdown run from 10 yards out. And Charles, that touchdown alone doesn't win him the game anymore with the rule changes in overtime in the postseason, but they still went down, scored, got the job done, and now they put it in the hands of their defense.
And with the other side now guaranteed an overtime possession, getting that score was vital. The pressure's now on their opponent, and their defense, they have to play off the momentum the offense generated. One stop, and they end this game.
Taken in at the 3. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Okay, ready?
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And CD, the pressure is on here. Only a touchdown on this series will prevent their season from coming to an end right here, right now.
And this is why the postseason overtime rules were changed, partner, to afford teams an opportunity to respond in this type of a situation, because in the past, this game would already be over, and the losing team would be making off-season plans. Now they've earned their way into a postseason. They do get a chance to answer after the other team scores first.
This is where the new rule comes into effect. In past years, this game's over. They've got a chance, though, to match touchdowns now. It's first down. Here's Tua. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A huge play there in overtime, and even 40 yards.
But we know they need a touchdown here to keep their season going, and on that play, wasting no time to try to push that ball downfield, partner.
Yeah, and even though the season's hanging into balance on this drive, I don't know what you see, but I don't see any fear in the eyes of this offense. They're dialing up big plays, risky throws. They'll do whatever it takes to match touchdown for touchdown. And in this moment, they need to play the best they have all season, and they certainly appear to be ready to rise to the occasion.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Tua.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown.
Well, CD, they had the overtime answer. Now the question, do they tie it or go for the win?
Well, the teams already knew, the best teams, they made up their minds before they got to the end zone, whether they were going to go for 2 or go for the tie.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that will tie the ball game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
Claybrook's going to bring this one out. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, one touchdown answered by another, and we see those new overtime rules come into play and extend this game here, partner. So now it's nice and simple from here on out. Next score wins.
It certainly is, isn't it? Even with the new rules, this is why winning that opening coin toss is so valuable. Now we've reached sudden death. They get the first crack at ending this playoff classic. Execute the same way you did the last time out, and they will certainly be celebrating shortly thereafter.
Both teams with touchdowns already, so just a field goal wins it now. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Aaron Donald, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Right through. Blue striker.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Cooper, the man in motion right.
Red, yellow. Strike, white.
They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, and it's intercepted. And the Bills will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, if you like drama, especially in the biggest of all games, we are back for the second overtime now in the Super Bowl. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, those overtime rule changes, this is where we really see their full effect. Here they got a chance to answer and keep the game going on their first possession of OT. And now, after that last stop, they can win it right here with any kind of score.
And what a victory that would be, Brandon, because if they can come all the way back from the brink of defeat and end up with a win here, imagine that. To even reach this point, how about the resilience, the fortitude? And you would expect that from a playoff team, but they still have to exhibit it. Now they have to go out there and win this ball game. Sudden death finally in play.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
And cycle. Red, cycle.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Thought we might see the field goal unit on 3rd down, but the offense still out there. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 26. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
This now in field goal range. It's a question of when you want to try it. Here's first down.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
In any yardage game, there's really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say, get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And he's into the end zone. Move over, James White. You've got a new rival for best finish to a Super Bowl ever.
Charles, they put those postseason overtime rules in to give the team that starts on defense a better chance. And here in this game, we saw that team take advantage and score a big win in overtime.
And they absolutely knew they were playing for their season when they took the field in overtime. And not only did they get the answer to keep the game going, they kept it up and made the deciding score themselves. Give them big-time points for determination and spirit, and it defines the great postseason teams.